What's up, everybody? I'm gonna show you guys how to set up an AWS server. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much an Amazon server. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services, I think. Before we get into this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Jace_Soul23, as you can see right here. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, before we start, I do want to tell you guys that please watch to the end, because at the end of the video I'll show you how to save some money on these Amazon servers, because they are a little pricey compared to like Vulture and some other hourly servers that are out there. And I'm also going to discuss why I prefer these servers over other hourly servers. But let's get into it. Alright, so here's the link you want to go to, is aws.amazon.com. And before you do anything, you're gonna have to create an account. I'm not gonna do that in this video because I obviously already have an account. But when you create an account, you're gonna have to link a debit card or a credit card or something like that. And pretty much you'll get charged, and they'll bill you monthly. So let's say if you have if in the month of August you use a server for 3 hours, then you get billed for 3 hours. Before we get into all that though, I want to show you this other link right here. It's aws.amazon.com EC2 Pricing, and this shows you the pricing for all the servers. And you're gonna want to use this because when you create the server, as you're gonna see when we get further along in the video, they don't show you how much they cost. They'll tell you which servers they are available, but they won't show you the actual hourly pricing. So when you go over here to the pricing web page that they have, you want to go to see on-demand pricing. Go to Windows, because that's the operating system you're going to be using. And then you want to select your location, wherever you're going to create the server at. In this case, we're going to use North Virginia. And these are the different servers. You can see the price per hour. As you can see, they got some really good servers. Usually I use, like, if I'm gonna run like Slayer or something, I'm running hella tasks, I'll use like the M5.12 extra large. You can see these are the CPUs, 48, RAM 173, but these are $4.50 an hour. It's pretty pricey, but if you watch towards the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how to save money. This right here is the M5.24 extra large. This is probably like one of the best ones you can get, and it's $9 an hour. But these shits are like super duper high speed. But anyway, let's get along. All right, so you want to sign into your console after you create your account. Boom. All right, I'm signed in. So once you sign in, you want to choose your location. Right now I have Tokyo because I was doing some testing for somebody. I'm gonna choose North Virginia, and you want to go to EC2. Alright, once you click that, you're gonna get this page right here. It's gonna show you some stuff. I'm not gonna get into all this stuff. I might do another video talking about elastic IPs and stuff like that, but you're gonna want to launch instance. From here you can also, if you already have an instance running, you'll see it say like one running instance, and you can click there to view your instances. We're gonna launch instance. Okay, so now when you're here, it's gonna show you a whole bunch of different operating systems that you can use. Obviously, for botting purposes, we're using Windows. I usually go with the Windows Server 2016 base. Hit select. Okay, so right here you're gonna choose your server. See, this is where this pricing page comes in handy, because as you can see, it does not show you the pricing, which is kind of stupid on their part, but whatever. I guess we have this page to make up for it. So one thing you want to look at, obviously the more CPUs the better, especially if you're running a lot of tasks, because the more tasks you run, the more threads they call it like multi-threading or whatever. Pardon me, I'm not a computer expert, but the more CPUs you have, the better it's gonna manage all those threads, aka tasks or whatever. Alright, so right here you have your network performance, and this is it's pretty much like your internet speed. So you have like up to 5 gigabit Ethernet ports, whatever, 10 gigs, 25 gigs. This is the $9 an hour server. This one right here is the 450 that I was talking about. And but this is a little overkill. If you're not really running crazy hella tasks and all that, you can definitely go with a cheaper server. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I don't want to spend that much money, I'm gonna go. They even have this free tier right here, but this is like the shittiest server you can get. So let's do a 5.2 right here. Alright, so you want to select it, review and launch. Alright, right here you can disregard all this information right here. I usually do not ever touch any of this. I just go to hit launch. Alright, right here is one of the most important parts. Alright, so this is your key pair. You're gonna have to create a key pair for each region and save it. You don't have to do it for whatever region you're gonna be using it on. And you gotta save it in a safe location, because once you launch the server, you need that file in order to get the password for this server. So I already have some created, but we're gonna create a new one for the sake of this video, and create new pair. We'll call this Hypebeast VA or whatever. Oh, should I have the caps lock on? Whatever. Download key pair. It's gonna download this file, as you can see right here. You're gonna want to save it in a safe location. I'm just gonna put it on my desktop for now. Let's see if I can move this over right here. Boom. Alright, so we're gonna launch this instance. Once you get to here, it's just a bunch of information that really I don't think is useful. Just view instances. As you can see, I have a bunch of instances already here. They'll stop, but this is the one we just created. So while it's initializing and setting up, I want to talk to you guys about why these servers, the AWS servers, are much better than Vultr servers. I don't know if you ever tried Vultr, but in most of these hourly servers like Vultr, you can't, like, in order to stop getting charged, you have to terminate the server completely. And it sucks because once you download all your bots and all that stuff, you got to terminate the server, and then every time you use the server, you got to redo it, re-download everything and set it all up again. But with AWS, you don't have to do that. Once you stop, you go to instant state, you see it says stop, start, terminate, whatever. Once you stop the server, you stop getting charged for the server. So if you want to go back into the server, all you got to do is hit start, and you can go back into the server, and all your bots and everything will still be downloaded. Everything you put in that server will still be there. It should be there. I noticed though sometimes they'll wipe the server if you haven't used it in about like 90 days or something. They might wipe it clean, but it hardly ever happens, honestly. It's happened to me a couple times though, but it literally, like, some of these servers I haven't used, like this one, obviously the $9 server, I haven't used this one in so long that if I launch this instance right now, all my bots and everything is probably gonna be deleted. But for the most part, they're always gonna be there. Alright, so how do we get into the server? You wanna right click this, hit connect. You're gonna download the remote desktop file. And all you Mac users, I'm sorry, but I don't own a Mac, so I'm not sure how this works with a Mac, but I'm pretty sure they have an app or some kind of application or whatever to mimic this remote desktop. So we download this right here. You're gonna see that. You're gonna want to get the password. Sometimes it takes a while to get the password up and running, but this is why you need the key pair, right? That key that we named earlier, that we made, this thing right here, you need this in order to get the password. So I'm gonna choose file, desktop. Once you see all this gibberish, you want to decrypt password. Boom, there goes the password. Copy it. You can close this if you want or leave it open, doesn't really matter. Then you want to click this file that you had. You might see a little window like this pop up, just hit connect. Password right here. There's another way you can do this too. If for some reason you're having trouble downloading this file or whatever, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Alright, as you can see, this right here is the IP. This is going to be your server's IP. Let's go ahead and I'm going to X this out. See, I can go in here and just paste the password and connect, but I'm going to show you a different way just in case you have problems. So you want to open remote desktop connection from your computer. Just type in your IP right here. Type in your IP. When you type in your username, which was administrator. Connect. Paste the password. You're gonna get this little thing right here. If you don't want to see this anymore, you can just hit "Don't ask me again" for connections to this computer. And your server is gonna open up, as you can see right here. You're gonna let it boot up or whatever. Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Anyway, once you open this server, the internet is not gonna work at first because there's some configurations you gotta do. As you can see, I'll show you. Okay, you're gonna get this enhanced security configuration is enabled. So in order to turn that off, I'm gonna click this little Windows button right here, the server manager, local server, which is right here, and right here, IE enhanced security configuration or whatever. Just want to turn that off. I usually just do it for both administrators and users. Turn it off. From here, you can also add a .NET 3.5 or whatever if your bots require that. Most bots though, once you download it, it'll download all the necessary stuff that it needs to run. So I'm gonna close this. Open this up. Usually I'll download Chrome or whatever browser that I'm using, but I just want to let me download a bot real quick just to show you what I'm talking about. Let's download AMD. Boom. Paste. Right now I'm downloading AMD AIO all-in-one bot or whatever. I mean, you can download whatever bot you're gonna use. Usually on most of the servers that I have already set up, I have like a shit ton of bots right here. So I just open up the server, whichever one I want to use. I'll go ahead and launch it. I'll put in the activation key, use it, and then when I'm done, I'll deactivate it so that way I can use it back on my computer. I'm gonna wait for this to download, and we'll be back. Alright, so it's downloaded. Sometimes you'll get like the server will think it's a virus or something. If you ever get that it doesn't want to open it up, you can just go ahead and especially in Chrome, mainly in Chrome, or even if you right click it down here or whatever, it might say run anyway. Or in Chrome, if you're downloading it from Chrome, which I suggest, I always use Chrome, I'll go to downloads, which is like up here in the right hand corner somewhere, and then just click run anyway. But anyway, we're just downloading AIO and create a desktop. I'm not gonna actually activate it because I don't feel like it right now, but it's just showing you that it downloads. Alright, so right here I will put my activation key and then proceed to setting up the bot and running it or whatever. So that's pretty much it on how to set it up. Now let's go into shutting it down. The hell. Anyway, X this out. Alright, so once you're done using the server, make sure you deactivate your bots or whatever. You're gonna go right here and you're gonna just stop it. And once you stop it, once it's completely stopped, I highly suggest making sure that it's stopped, because there's been times where I hit stop and I'll watch to say like it's stopping, and then I'll check later and it's never stopped and you keep getting charged. So just make sure it's stopped so that way you don't run into any of those problems. So once it's stopped, you can restart it again later, like one of these, whatever. You can go right here, you can start it and then proceed to logging in the same way I did before. Start it, then connect, download the file, and get the password and just log back in. One thing I must say though, every time you restart the server, it switches the IP. So if I started the server right now, it won't be the same IP that I had previous time. Alright, so in order to combat that, there's this thing called elastic IPs. You can set up an elastic IP and assign it to whatever server, and that IP will be assigned to that server forever until you unassign it. I'll try to make another video on that to explain further if you guys are confused about that, but yeah man, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not hard, honestly. I mean, the first time I did it, it was probably a little complicated. I didn't understand it, but it's not hard. One thing about this key right here, so you can use this key whenever. Every time you launch a server from North Virginia, I can use this key. Alright, so one thing I'm gonna give you guys a little tip right now. Supreme uses AWS servers. Their website is hosted on an AWS server. In particular, it's hosted in North Virginia. So if you use a North Virginia server, you're right there with Supreme. The only thing is that Supreme, they banned all of AWS's IPs. I guess they know, like, they know that if you can use this server to bot their shit, it's gonna be fucking, you're gonna be cooking like crazy because it's right in the server. Like literally, it's the fastest proxy, the fastest server, the fastest connection you can get to Supreme. But they blocked all the IPs, so it won't work. You will need proxies. Now, I highly suggest finding proxies that are located in Virginia, because most proxies that are in North Virginia are in the same location as the Amazon servers and Supreme and all that. The city, I think, is Ashburn in particular. So if you find something close, even if you get something like even Washington DC, just get it real close. If you run in this server here, get proxies that are real close, and you're gonna see your ping speeds are gonna be really fast. But anyway, I want to show you guys how to save money now on these servers, because they are pretty pricey, as you can see. You know, some of them go up to like $9. I think there's one that's even like $20 here somewhere down there. Anyway, I usually just use the general purpose servers. I'm not really sure how the compute optimize and all that stuff work. I think GPU, this is more for like if you're gonna like play games on the shit or something. But for me, these work fine right here. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to save money. If you go up here to your billing dashboard, you can view your bills and everything. If you notice, current month to date balance for August, 0. It's forecasting I spent $625. That's probably, I think the elastic IPs, if you use them, they charge you probably like a few cents or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, I've been saving money because I get is what you call an AWS code. It's a credit code. So pretty much they give it to a lot of like students and stuff like that. So you can get an AWS code, like $150 code. You know, usually you can hit me up on Twitter, hit my DM up right here. And a lot of times I'm selling, if I get my hands on some, I'll sell them for like $40 each. So $40 for $150 worth of credits, it's not bad. So what happens is you go ahead and you put your code right here, hit that up, and redeem, and you'll see it right here. It'll pop up. One thing to note though is that you can only stack 4 at a time. So if you try to stack more than 4, it'll kill the code and the code will be invalid. So you want to stack 4, and then you want to wait for the end of the month when your billing cycle's over so they can actually charge it. And if you still see there's 4 here, then don't add no more. Alright, wait till the next month when some of these disappear or whatever. So as you can see, I had a 4 $150 codes. That's what, $600. So I've been using this for a couple months, honestly. This code right here, I've used $136 worth. I have $13 remaining. And this one I have almost the whole $150, and so on. Right, so total credit amount remaining $430. So right now, let's say if I launch the server, a $5 server for 10 hours, that's $50. It'll just get charged to this, and I won't get charged on my credit card, so I won't have to pay until this is up. All right, one thing is that it won't show you to the end of the month how much you actually use. So in order to see how much you're using, you go to your bills, this month's bill, go to credit, and you'll see, no, 66.28 of credits have been applied across your bill for this month. And as you can see, I've used it up, and I'm not gonna get charged. So yeah, man, if you guys are interested in that, hit me up on Twitter or send me a message on YouTube or whatever, and if I have some codes, I'll gladly sell them to you. If I don't have them, sometimes I know some of my buddies that get them. I'll point you to the right direction so you can get them. Alright, so that's pretty much it, man. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps you out. I hope this helps you out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell if you want to get alerted whenever I upload a video. And besides that, man, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.